Welcome to the Dopamine Fix Gaming Channel, folks. And today I have some news on Hunt Showdown's Update 2.8 Road to Hell that Crytek released, and I have some thoughts. So I wanted to touch base quickly and explain what I've seen. Hunt Showdown is running great overall, so that's good at least. But if you play on console, I've been subjected to numerous complaints regarding the scroll wheel changes. Personally, I haven't had an issue with the change using my standard loadout, but I do think it has to do with the tools and consumables being interchangeable on the wheel now, as some console hunters are reporting not being able to situate their items on the scroll wheel the way they previously preferred them to be. So, as a heads up, if you go to your loadout tab, create the various permutations of your tools and consumables, and then select the Assign to Scroll Wheel option, which I believe is the left trigger on Xbox, you should be given an option to see how each item will appear on the scroll wheel and swap things around on the wheel itself how you want them to appear. You should be having some footage showing. Once you have each item in place, do remember to save the loadout again with these new changes. Then, in the future, select whichever tool consumable loadout you want to run and add your weapons onto it. It's a little more convoluted in the beginning, but overall, it's giving us hunters the choice to set things how we want it to be, I guess. So once you have it done, you shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Unless Crytek tinkers with the UI some more, changing the norm again before hunters can even get used to it. One last thing about the UI, Crytek has made it on console to change skins by using the bumpers on your Xbox controller, which is a pretty cool change. On another note, when I say Crytek has outdone themselves this time with the 17th compound, now it looks amazing. But before I get into the fort though, the way the map terrain has been altered all across the map with the military outposts and the broken down areas that have been blown up. And then the fort itself, it's just the way it should be. This should be the new normal for the Hunt Showdown maps. And it should not go away after this ridiculously long 3-month event. Now, one of the most amazing things that I totally was not expecting was that the fort is different on every single map. Talk about going above and beyond the Call of Duty Crytek, like kudos, really. So far, I've been seeing a lot of the fights happening all around the fort, down in the trenches, in the open air, top area of the fort, hunters running around the ground level just above the trenches. It's just really interesting everywhere fights seem to spread out to. In other news, all variations of the Mosin, including the Mosin Oberus match and the Mosin Oberus, switched over to the special long ammo. This makes my build running the Oberus match Sharp Eye or the Birdie Marksman along with the Oberus Extended very viable, as all the ammo pulls together perfectly fine. However, regular long ammo of the Uppercut, Haymaker, and new Cavalry Rifle are still attained just from the regular ammo boxes. Once again, the nerfs to ammo pulling is only going to hurt your casual hunters that want to play these weapons but can't afford to run ammo boxes or have friends that will all bring one each. Speaking of ammo, compact and medium ammo is also nerfed since hunters can no longer buy dum-dum ammo before entering a match. However, in every match I played, dum-dum ammo was found in multiple places around the map. Plus, if you extract with the ammo cargo box that is found at the fort compound, you will be given a single instance of one of the scarce ammos per weapon. So, why take away the ability to buy the ammo if it's not going to actually be scarce? Again, Crytek, you're making the game harder for the lower level and casual hunters, not for the 6-star and hardcore hunters that win more matches than they lose, as we're just stockpiling all these supposedly scarce ammo. Also, I had 42 Wildlands and 24 instances of Dum-Dum on it. Logging on to see that Crytek went into my ammo stash and removed my ammo down to 3 instances of Dum-Dum is a very strong reminder of Bungie and its sunset mechanic. I spent my hard-earned time grinding matches to earn those instances of Dum-Dum, so it's really bad luck to punish longtime hunters for spending so much time on Hunt Showdown. This does not bode well. And speak of things disappearing, why did the event terrain changes disappear at all? Bow weavers are awesome. Put them in the forest areas or something and just let them be a permanent addition to the map. Even though the bow weaver nest 17th compound does make sense to leave, again, the same with these fort outposts and destroy bridges that are dotted across the maps. Let the deformation stay as a permanent part of the map, even after the fort compound leaves. Crytek, your devs have already put in all this work developing the content. Don't throw it away just because the event ends.
Every time.
Now, regarding the overall event mechanics, I gotta say, I feel like the last event did it better with the 9 perk points and the traits that did not cost any perk points at all. It's not a big deal to me, as my squad will never really be short on perk points anyways, but I see this being a much bigger deal for the lower level and casual hunters. There's even been times when my team got wiped and we are down to like the last 15 to 20 minutes in a match, and there'll be one team still wandering around the map doing PvE stuff to try to earn their perk points to grab something, which is always just mind-boggling to me. Overall, so far I'm really enjoying this event, though I don't know how I'll feel 2 months in, as 3 months is a really long time. Regardless, great job, Crytek, truly. Now, if you could return to bringing in 1 or 2 new weapons as permanent purchasable additions like you did with this new cavalry rifle, that would be really amazing. We need these historically accurate weapons in game, and chief among these should be the Sparks Aperture. This is a gun that practically made the West what it was, and to not include the aperture sight on the Sparks when the sight is employed on other rifles is just a great disservice to us enthusiasts of such iconic weapons. Likewise, we still have yet to see the iconic volcanic lever pistol in the game. This seems like beyond a missed opportunity. Make it a 2-slot weapon already, and you can have it used like the lever perk. Come on, Crytek, do it for the culture. Speaking of the culture, y'all let me know in the comments. Should Crytek bring a Jumanji-style Van Pelt Hunter skin to Hunt Showdown? I mean, I think a big game Hunter skin would be amazing, even as DLC. The DLC skin could include a machete and bear trap skin, an elephant tusk charm, and maybe either a nitro skin or this crazy weapon that the Van Pelt character wields. Speaking of DLC skins, I did purchase the It Takes a Rogue Ned Kelly skin, and I've been a very outspoken critic of hunter skins wearing impractical masks in the bayou heat and humidity. This was an actual mask that was worn, well, at least once in Australia, even though that is a different kind of heat, being that it's dry and arid and not at all like a Louisiana swamp. But it is historically accurate, so it gets a pass. While we're on the subject of talking about hunter skins, can we also get a counterpart skin for the infected hunter skin? The infected hunter's real name is Bennett Hudson, so if we can have a Bennett Hudson before he became the infected hunter that we've been running since 2022, that would be really amazing. And there's actually precedent for this too, as we had the Revenant being the dead and zombified version of John Robertson, and the Bad Hand being the still living John Robertson Hunter skin. Y'all like this video if you want to see the unaffected Bennett Hudson skin. Comment if you would like a Van Pelt Big Game Hunter skin, and let me know your thoughts on this Road to Hell event so far and its changes. And tune in for more Dopamine Fix.